Guys, welcome back. We are into fall. That means stews, that means soups, and that means chowders. Today, we're making New England clam chowder. Let's get cooking. I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah. Clam chowder is one of my favorite dishes to make, especially when the weather starts to turn a little bit cold. You're gonna need some canned clams, an onion, garlic, 3 potatoes. I think I have about 4 slices of bacon here, give or take. Some celery. So we're gonna go ahead and open all these tins of clams. What you wanna do though is you wanna drain it off, but you wanna reserve that liquid. So I'm gonna drain it off into a bowl because we're gonna use all that. That's a lot of clam flavor right there. Next, we gotta get our potatoes peeled. Little trick when you're peeling potatoes, after you get past the first half, has a good chance of slipping out. What you do, you take a fork, stick it in, now you have no slip. Right there, boom, you're back. Potatoes, we're just gonna cut into little chunks. Go straight down. That one's, no! Those are lost soldiers, I'm sorry. And the easiest way is to stack them back up into little piles. That's close enough, whatever. Then we'll do 3, almost like you're making French fries. And then from there, little cubes. Boom, 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 boom. Next, all of these potatoes can go into this pot. To that, we're gonna add some salt. Now, this is where it becomes optional to use clam juice. I'm gonna cook these potatoes completely in clam juice. I want that full flavor of the clam to get into the potato. If you don't wanna do that, if that's somewhat just puts you off to have a bottle of clam juice, fine, use water. It's gonna sit on the heat, it's gonna come up to a boil. By the time, because we cut it thin, by the time it comes up to a boil, it's pretty much gonna be done. We'll check it with a fork to make sure. I have 3 stalks of celery here. Make sure you wash it really good. Cut the white part off, split in half. I like smaller pieces of celery. Same thing with your onion. You wanna do just a nice dice on the onion, and then 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna take our bacon. Did I burn my hair again? Yep, bacon. We're gonna cut these into little pieces. And we're gonna get a pot on the medium heat. We're gonna start off by going in with half a tablespoon of butter, and then all those bacon bits can go right in because we want that fat to render out slowly with the butter. And our potatoes are boiling, so I'm gonna check on those. Those should be done. Let me rinse my hands. We're gonna go until this bacon is nice and crispy. Best way to render out any kind of fat is always low and slow. The smells are amazing. This is one of those things you make, the entire neighborhood is gonna come running for this one. Okay, look at this now. We have beautiful crispy bacon. That fat is all rendered out. You can see everything's just chattering away. The onions, the garlic, the celery, all that can go right in. Oh, listen to that. Cook this down for at least 5 minutes just until everything is softened up. We're just trying to sweat these. We're not really trying to brown. We're not trying to get color on them. We just want them to soften completely. Happy days. That's a beautiful smell. It's a beautiful sound. That's a beautiful thing right there, a chowder. Come on, look at that. I'd eat a spoonful of that and be happy. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of salt. We don't have to go too much though, that bacon is salty, so you're playing around with that flavor. We'll taste it at the end and we'll salt, but right now I'm happy with it. It smells amazing. We have nice soft onions, soft celery. I've chucked in a few bay leaves too. That's gonna go throughout the entire cooking process. We have all this fat in the pan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a roux with that fat. All we're gonna do is add flour. I'm gonna estimate about a 1/4 cup of flour is gonna go in. We don't want this to brown though. There's different stages of roux. You can have a very dark roux that's almost brown, borderline black. That's for things like gumbo, really, really rich flavor. This, we wanna keep blonde. Stir that first batch in, look at it, see the consistency. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. You want equal parts flour to the amount of fat we have in there. Nice, see, that's the consistency you want. See how that all thickened up and clumpy? Okay, now, now we're gonna slowly start incorporating the clam juice from the canned clam. That's gonna be the base for this. That's gonna thicken up with the flour. Don't panic, keep stirring, it'll loosen up as you go. Once you really get that roux started, you can add the liquid in faster. Fire. Oh, the boys in the firehouse will love a big chowder. Now we have a nice thick chowder base. We're gonna add half and half, or you can use whole milk too. Both will work. Stir that in slowly. I've drained off the potatoes. Those are fully cooked in that clam juice. We can go in with all the potatoes. Can't have clam chowder without clams, and boys, we got plenty of clams. All right, I think that's 6 total tins of clams. All right, then we got the bed minced clams. That will finish it off, and that's clam heavy. I like a clam chowder to be clam heavy. I don't know about you, you can do as many clams as you want, but I want a clam in each bite, and that is pretty much it. We're gonna let this all kind of meld together for about 5-10 minutes. All you need to finish it off is some fresh cracked black pepper, and you need plenty of it. Really get it in there. I like a hint of cayenne pepper. Less than 1/4 teaspoon. Well, I don't know about that. That is clam chowder. Let's get a bowl. Let's plate this up. I can't wait for this. Okay, finished. A little black pepper on top. A little bit of that celery, the leaves. just kind of a garnish. And then you need crackers. I couldn't find oyster crackers. Those are the best, the ones, the circle ones that are a little poofy on top. But I got the next best thing, mini saltine crackers. Piece of crusty bread to go on the side. Ladies and gentlemen, that is clam chowder. Let's get a big bite of this on a cold day. Ooh, come on now. Give that a mix, get a cracker in there. Oh my God, that's everything you want. Sticks to your ribs, warms you up inside out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is fantastic clam chowder, and it's really easy to do. Guys, that's gonna do it for tonight's episode. I'll see you next time. I'm Donnie, peace.